on the big leg of Matt Prater, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Now Jones. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. He completes it to Julio Jones. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Off play action, Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap, Fields. Complete to Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once again with Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson. Escaping the... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what we're trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To the air again, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They go play action now. Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. T.J. Hockenson, 26 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields, flush to his right. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they're going to take over here up near the 40. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game. But the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start by running the option to the right. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pick up there on the scramble. He gets this to Devontae Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st down, Newton. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Newton now to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cortland Sutton, 31 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Sanders has the first down and much more. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Big loss here as he's taken down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll buy some time right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to fall into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Rolling to, and he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Samuel. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they surrendered a safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those odd...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. T.J. Watt. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll try the right side here. Barkley finding room at the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, Newton sliding out of the pocket. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll buy some time right. He dumps it off to Barkley. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Newton. Rolling to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Newton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Division rivals in the old AFC West. The Seahawks and Chargers are underway. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's got some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Jackson will throw again. Touchdown, Seahawks. T.J. Hockenson from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Allen now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here complete to Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. DK Metcalf from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These two teams all tied after one. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. Sanders again, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his right. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers. We hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Jackson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Hockenson here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. To throw again is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And, Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the 2nd half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Allen hit. He lost the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Hey, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Again, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 35 on second down, Jackson. Flushed out right. First down and more for Jackson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. End zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. Devontae Adams. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Allen will try to throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Allen off the play fake. They're looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking towards the sideline, finding Kelsey for the completion. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Allen going to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a first down in field goal range already. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second down, back to Sanders. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And some room to maneuver. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He hits Adams complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it. You work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Jackson will throw again.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To throw again is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
We're scoreless after 1.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Now it's Jackson. rolling to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Jackson now to return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Herbert's throw taken in here by Jackson.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Newton. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cam's throw taken in by Moss.
Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Newton. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, 26 yards.
And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Newton. Peterson a first down and more.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing you didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for